parents, and welcome back. As a parent of two teenage boys, I know how difficult the struggle of raising them as healthy adults it is. We have so many things we need to address. We want to address with them as they grow and become the adults that we want them to be. We know that we probably need to talk with them about alcohol, about drugs, about safety driving, for so many things that we care about their own future. And I believe that sexuality should also be on the top of that list because that's also drastically might influence their future. We struggle to talk about sexuality. This is such a sensitive topic and it involves so many emotions and awkwardness and embarrassment, maybe shame or guilt that we have. And that's okay and that's normal. But if you would see sexuality as the same priority as talking about drugs and alcohol and safety driving, then you actually gonna help your teen to become the healthy sexual adult you want them to be. My name is Michal Cohen from Ask Michal, where I help parents to impact today on their teens' future sexual health. If you want to gain confidence and learn what you should talk with your teenager about, then make sure you hit the red subscribe button and also the bell icon. So let's talk. We know that during adolescence, that's when teens start exploring their sexuality. They are very curious about how they feel. What are all those sexual feelings? What happens if they touch themselves? Like, really? And they are looking for the information. They actually looking for who can actually give them or tell them all the secrets. And they might ask their peers. They for sure gonna ask the internet. And they probably not gonna ask you, right? Like, that's not something that many teens are doing. I want you to talk with your teen about sex and sexuality and masturbation. I know that this is awkward conversation and you might even not know what to say, what to talk about. You maybe even think that that's not that important. And I want you to think that this is super important. And to prove you that, I'm actually going to talk about something a little different today. Think about alcohol. You probably not know for sure that if you talk with your teens about don't drink alcohol, you don't know if they are gonna try it or not. But you still have that conversation with them, right? Think about why. Why do you not afraid of having the conversation and not saying, well, if I'll have that conversation with them, they're gonna try alcohol? Because you know it's available for them. And you might even wanna make sure that you give them like the safety tools. So even if they're gonna try alcohol, they'll know how to still stay safe in that situation, right? I want you to think about sex the same. And yes, alcohol might be an easier conversation for you to have because it's public, right? They might see people drinking on the street. They see alcohol stores and it's very accessible for them. I want you to think that the same goes for sex. And yes, it's more intimate, it's private, it's much more awkward conversation. But if you actually think about talking about sex the same as talking about alcohol, then you will know that it drives from the same place that sex is accessible for them. And they might actually gonna try it and not let you know about it. And you wanna keep them safe. Safety is probably your number one mission because we want our teens to be safe. We want them to grow safe and know how to protect themselves or how to behave in a dangerous situations. And to do that, we have to talk with them. And the same as we know that they might go and someone will give them alcohol and they might gonna try it, I want you to be aware that sex is available for your teen even if they're not gonna have sex. Because they are or might watch it online without you knowing, without telling you, and probably they will not come back and ask you about what they watch. And this is why I believe that if you will start the conversation and you will acknowledge that it's a difficult conversation, it's an intimate and sensitive conversation to have, they maybe not come back to you after they watch pornography, but they will know that you're open to have that conversation and you care for their safety. Wouldn't that what we actually want from our kids? I'm here to help you start the conversation and to give you the tools and ideas that you can actually start implementing to have and to create this continuous conversation with your teen about sex and sexuality. To help you, I created a new guide, 7 messages you don't want to avoid when talking with your teens about pornography. Click in the description box to download the guide today. I'll see you next week. Until then, stay safe and be well.